Hey guys, it's your boy Shifty here coming at y'all with another vid. And today I'm gonna show y'all boys how to set up the best defensive settings in 2K25 for Play Now Online, and also for my team. These defensive settings will also work for my team. Before we get started, if you haven't, please just go ahead, drop a like. Defense is gonna get you right. And also I'll be live over on Twitch. I'm also be live on YouTube, and I'm also be live on Rumble. I'm pretty much live almost every single day, so if you got a little time, come hop in, come check me out. So let's get into it. So first, I am also going to show you also how to basically save your settings for save your defensive settings for Play Now. How I save my settings. So first thing that I do, I come over here to start up, and after you get through that, which took about 35 seconds, crazy. Anyway, once you get through that, obviously you're gonna go over here to defensive settings. For you to have your settings to save, I repeat, to have your settings saved, you have to set it as a custom setting. If you do it in this menu here, it will save your setting continuously, even when you turn your console off. But if you somehow forget and you go inside of a Play Now game, when you turn your game off, it will reset these custom settings. So now we're going to get into each of so first, I do on ball tight. The reason why I do on ball tight is because I feel like it's the best defense as far as just overall kind of playing in the middle, where you're not trying to give up the back cut, but you're also wanting to be able to put up a hand in front of the shoe. And that's for on ball pressure. Off ball, I do moderate. These are for the global settings, so this applies to just every player that is on the other team. So for pretty much mainly for everybody. Now I do change this upon each position, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Now off ball pressure I set to moderate. Reason why is because, once again, I like to defend the backdoor cuts. I really do. Especially this year with being able to use real player percentage in online game modes, people are starting to just kind of go to the rim, and you want to be able to defend against that. So off ball pressure sets that up. Force directional, I keep this to automatic. Now, one thing I have been experiencing or been kind of play testing is towards the middle. I don't necessarily kind of like doing it towards the baseline, because people kind of like to push baseline anyway, because once again, you have real player percentage. On ball screen. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't do. Me, I like to take control in the pick and roll. I like to take control of the center in the pick and roll. I do switch off and on, but I like to take control of the center. What this does is that this allows you to practically take control of the center, and let's just say if he goes around the screen and he decides to just push it out to the point where he's going all the way kind of like towards the corner, or I need to do a full commit switch, I can do that, and this setting allows me to basically have confidence that the guard that's going to get stuck or hit on this screen is going to stay on that center when I do that. Or if I notice that the guard, now me as I take control of the center, that means that it's an off-ball situation there up top. If I notice that he's playing up top and that he can fight through the screen, then I'm just going to let my ball fight through that screen, and I'm going to defend against the drive, but stay on the center, which keeps that guard staying on that guard on it. Now, catch edge. This allows you to basically be able to defend against the pick and roll. This doesn't make you acceptable for pick and pops, but for most part, unless you're playing comp, you're not going to get a lot of pick and pop situations. And even then, once again, when you start getting into this on ball rotate, it's kind of hard to deal with when you got these two working in conjunction and you're playing it right on the court. Now, on ball, and also for the same thing for the center, on ball screen rotate also for the center. That what allows that to work. If you have this set up differently, it can cause issues. in a way. Like, you know, well, basically the guard, if you're off balling on the guard gets confused. Catch hedge also on the center, same ordeal. Same thing for the guard. You know, you want that defender that's setting that screen, you want him to be able to drop, try to get that. Now stay attached. I keep this to automatic. Now if I'm not running on ball screen rotate, then I will turn this on, and I will keep this I will turn this on an individual person. I never keep this on as far as the whole team. Individual. Off ball screen. I set this to under. A lot of people set this to switch. No, I'm gonna set this to under, and I'll show you when we're going to switch. But as far as the off ball screen, I set this to under. Now, if you have a person, he's running a lot of floppy plays or whatnot, then you want to set this to over. But for the most part, you're gonna go against someone that's probably gonna try to backdoor cut you, so you're gonna set this to under. Post, I set that to automatic. Double team, I set this to automatic. But if you want to take full control, obviously the most compiest thing to do if you want to play full comp is to set this to manual. And post, you can set this to automatic. I had this for automatic for one game. I was kind of testing it. But if you want to if you just want to assure yourself of always getting that rebound, you can do this by setting this over to either behind or 3-4 top. Either behind or 3-4 top. That way you are always kind of secure yourself being able to get that rebound. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna keep this on automatic because I'm still kind of testing it and I kind of like it a little bit. Free rotate. This all depends on if they have isolation. If he runs a lot of isolation, I recommend turning this on. This basically, if he runs a lot of isolation, but he runs the play and then he runs isolation, I recommend turning this on just so you can keep that primary defender on that person. Switch rules, I keep that the auto. Obviously, you know, you're gonna want no help on the screens, no help on drive, no help on cut rules. Extend pressure, you're gonna want this automatic. Pretty much what this does is like, hey, I'm gonna let you get the 2. If they get a 2, that's fine. We're defending the 3 though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're doing. We're gonna defend the 3 because we're gonna try to take the 3 on the other end. Or at least, you know, we're gonna contest the 2. We're not giving up any 3s. Pretty much how we're playing. And this is when the switch rules comes in. So we run switch on down screen. We run script. We run switch on dribble handoff. We run switch on back screen. Run switch on flare screen, and then we have the transition defense on wall up. And obviously, just depending on how you're playing, you're either going to have this set up to either wall up, or you're going to have this set up to no 3s. One thing I did want to kind of go over is that if you guys are wanting to set up the full court press, obviously what you would do, I don't recommend setting it up within this setting here. I always recommend kind of going you know, this route where you do like individual, and then you just set the extend pressure to yes, and you want to set the on ball to smother and the off ball to deny, and that's how you get that full court defense on that guard. Before I forget, let me also show you this too. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go over to your coach settings here, and you're gonna want to turn your adaptive coach engine off. And then you're going to also want to go to your coach sliders here, and you're gonna have to do this every game depending on the team. This is going to be set differently per team, but you'll have to go over here, and then you have to turn your help defense and turn this all the way off. This way we're guarding that 3 and we're contesting that 2. If this helps, please just drop a like, leave a comment. It's been your boy Shifty, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.